You're sitting in your room, thinking about your day. The sights, sounds, and sensations you experienced felt real. But what if I told you that none of it actually happened? What if the chair you're sitting on, the air you're breathing, and even your own thoughts are just lines of code? Data, ones and zeros in an incomprehensibly vast simulation. Sounds impossible, right? Yet, some of the world's most brilliant minds argue that this could be the very nature of our existence, that we are not living in reality, but inside a hyper-realistic computer simulation created by an advanced civilization. And today, we're diving deep into the unsettling evidence that might prove it. The simulation theory gained global attention in 2003 when philosopher Nick Bostrom proposed a compelling argument. He suggested that at least one of the following statements must be true. 1. All advanced civilizations go extinct before developing simulation technology. 2. Advanced civilizations develop such technology but choose not to run simulations. 3. We are almost certainly living in a simulation. And here's where it gets disturbing. If it is possible to simulate an entire universe, and if advanced civilizations are inclined to do so, then the number of simulated realities would vastly outnumber the one base reality. Statistically, the chances that we're living in base reality become extremely small. So could we be just characters in someone else's digital world? 1. The code hidden in reality. Physicist James Gates made a shocking discovery while studying string theory, an error-correcting computer code embedded within the equations that describe the fundamental forces of the universe. Yes, you heard that right. The same kind of code that keeps your computer running without crashing might be written into the very fabric of reality. If our universe is a simulation, this would be the signature left by its programmers. 2. The double-slit experiment. One of the most mind-bending experiments in quantum physics is the double-slit experiment. It shows that particles behave differently when they are being observed. When unobserved, they act like waves, existing in multiple states at once. But when observed, they collapse into a single state, like they know they're being watched. If reality renders itself only when observed, just like a video game only rendering what the player can see to save processing power, it raises a disturbing question. Are we only seeing what the simulation wants us to see? 3. The limits of the universe. Think about the speed of light. Why is it constant? Why can't we travel faster? It's as if there's a built-in limit, a safeguard, just like in a video game where the developers set boundaries. These limits in our universe could be the coding constraints of our simulation. The Mandela effect and glitches in the Matrix. Have you ever experienced the Mandela effect? Millions remember historical facts differently, like the spelling of Berenstain Bears or Nelson Mandela dying in prison. Some argue this could be proof of a glitch in the simulation, an accidental change in the coding of our universe. And what about déjà vu? That eerie feeling you've lived through an exact moment before. Could it be a minor glitch or a reset in the simulation system? It sounds absurd that anyone could build a universe, but consider how far technology has come in just a few decades. In the 1970s, we had basic video games like Pong. Today, hyper-realistic, open-world games simulate entire cities with millions of AI characters interacting in real time. Now, imagine this progression continuing for thousands, even millions of years. The computing power available to future civilizations could be unimaginable. Concepts like matryoshka brains or quantum supercomputers might provide unlimited processing power, capable of running simulations indistinguishable from reality. If humanity survives long enough, it's not unthinkable that we might someday build simulations containing conscious, self-aware beings that, like us, question the nature of their reality. But here's the deeper question. Why would an advanced civilization want to simulate reality? Historical research. To study how civilizations evolve. We could be part of an ancestral simulation, recreating the distant past. Entertainment. In the same way we play life simulation games like The Sims, a higher civilization might create realities just for fun. Ethical testing grounds. Simulations could serve as a way to test moral dilemmas or experiment with different ways of structuring societies. Or maybe it's something we can't even comprehend, like ants trying to understand why humans build cities. If we really are in a simulation, what does it mean for us? Some might say it makes life meaningless, but maybe it's the opposite. Knowing our existence could be deliberate makes it even more precious. Someone, somewhere, thought it worth simulating. Also, simulation or not, our experiences, emotions, and relationships feel real. They shape who we are. Whether we're made of atoms or lines of code, our actions still carry weight. How we treat others, the choices we make, and the legacies we leave behind, those are real. But here's the most unsettling thought. If we are in a simulation, what happens when it's turned off? Would we even know? So, are we living in a simulation? We may never know for sure. The very nature of a perfect simulation is that it's undetectable to its subjects. But the evidence we have, from quantum experiments to mathematical codes, suggests it's a possibility we can't ignore. And frankly, we believe the simulation argument holds weight. The coincidences, the glitches, the codes hidden in the universe, they all hint at an engineered reality. But even if our reality is artificial, it doesn't make it any less valuable. Our emotions are real, our experiences are real, and our search for meaning, that's real too. So, what do you think? Are we just characters in a grand cosmic simulation? Or is this reality as authentic as it feels? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're fascinated by these big, mind-bending questions, don't forget to subscribe. Because the deeper we dig into the nature of reality, the closer we come to understanding our place in it. Until next time, keep questioning everything.